Back to my channel. I'm going to talk about what happened with CHEK today, as well as BNGO and skills SKLZ. So we'll be talking about three stocks as to what happened in today's trading session. And I have done some research. As you know, I already bought CHEK yesterday in decent amount, little over $1 price. I'm keeping pretty close track of CHEK, and I did some research and wanted to share it with you guys as well. So hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos in future. Also share this with your friends and family. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not a financial advice, so please do your due diligence and research before you buy or sell any stock. So CHEK, CHEK Cap Limited, that was closed at $1.73 today, which was up close to 20% or 28 cents. And quite honestly, it went all the way up to $2.40. I was hoping that the stock will be closed about $2, and I did notice some trends between CHEK and BNGO that I'm also going to sort of share it with you. CHEK and BNGO both are two different companies. They have different products, but they are both in biotech. And within a few seconds, I'm going to explain what CHEK does for those who don't really know about CHEK. I have another video that has thorough information about CHEK, so check that out on my channel. You'll be able to get a lot more details about what CHEK does and why I bought the stock yesterday. CHEK offers a product called CScan, and that redefines colorectal cancer, CRC screening and prevention. This is the first and only patient-friendly preparation-free test to detect polyps before they may transform into cancer. And this could be a revolutionary change. However, this might not be replacing colonoscopy, but this might be an alternative. More than 1/3 of the United States screening around age 50 and above, they avoid standard screening procedures such as colonoscopy. So CScan has the potential to offer more patient-friendly option, enabling people to get screening that they need. It is patient-friendly. There is no bowel preparation needed. There is no sedation, pain, or discomfort, and then there is no interruption of daily routine. If you are familiar with colonoscopy, you will have to prep before a day to make sure that your system is clean. CScan also offers cloud-based analysis suite that allows physicians to analyze data anywhere, so they don't really have to be into the operating room. No operating rooms are needed at the hospital to perform the screening. Their system has three different parts. First one is CScan Cap, which is an ingestible capsule, gives a low dose of X-ray beams. There were some concerns about the radiation that can be caused by this. Based on the company's data that they have revealed, this is not harmful to patient's body in terms of radiation. That helps the second element of this application that you can see right here. It's a CScan track. Patches are worn on the patient's back, facilitates integration, positioning, and control of the recording system, and that talks to the CScan cap that is inside the patient's body. And it is a system that continuously recording and storing the CScan cap's information and analysis that can be done. And the third and the last part or the element of this application is CScan View, which is a cloud-based proprietary analysis suite of software that allows physicians to analyze data anywhere. This is also a construction of 2D and 3D maps of the inner surface of the colon, and it's a pre-analysis and bookmarking of the suspicious finding by an expert technician. So this is pretty much the application, and let's go back to the stock and the financials, stock trading pattern, and what happened to the CHEK today. I want to also explain why the stock got traction lately and why it's trading high and the volume. The first and foremost thing is they had 180 days NASDAQ compliance notice. Because of the stock that was trading below $1, they need to be in compliance for NASDAQ to be traded over $1 per stock price for next 10 consecutive days. IDE application that is submitted to the FDA on November 18th, 2020 for the pivotal study for C-SCAN. There is some talks about getting FDA approval for after the study to have this product marketable and widely used that can boost companies' revenue. One of the risk factor with this company is they are short on cash. They need enough cash to float around and stay in business. So that's one of the risk factor. Now, if you see what happened to BNGO today, BNGO was down 31%. That is not necessarily a bad thing for multiple reasons. If you know that BNGO was also trading below $1 mark, and they are also in heavy cash crunch, so they need enough cash to stay afloat as well. And I have been sort of noticing similar trend between BNGO and CHEK is there are a couple of things happen with BNGO today. The first one is healthy profit booking, because let's say if people bought stock between $1 and $2, there was a huge buying as well based on the volume of the stock. That might be healthy profit booking, because think about it, if you bought that stock at $1 or $2, you are at 5 times or 2 or 3 times profit. So obviously people want to book their profit. Before I explain the second thing, I want to show you the SKLZ. The stock spiked 21%, closed at $22.08. Check out my video about SKLZ as well, where I explained more about what the company does and why this is a fundamentally great company. What I wanted to share with you is there is some talks around having a huge interest from ARK Invest, which is why this stock is high. Do your own due diligence and check the reports, but this is what I heard and I read in the reports today, and this is what I want to share it with you. Why Skills stock soared today? Because ARK Invest is buying shares and many investors are blindly hoping to ride on and get the profit. So pretty much ARK Invest wants a piece of esports stock. And according to the updated holding of the ARK Next Generation Internet ETF, ARK Invest released Monday, the ETF just purchased 215,000 shares of Skills, and which is why it got a lot more traction from the retail investors as well. And then there is no talk about ARK Invest or ARKG's interest in BNGO, at least at the moment, and that might be also one of the reasons why the stock is lower 30% today. When it spiked there was some talks about the interest from ARKG, who showed some interest in BNGO, and they are one of the investor in PacBio. So that's one of the things I wanted to share with you. My yesterday's video about CHEK, CHEK, I was explaining that CHEK could be another BNGO, and I have been keeping track of both CHEK and BNGO pretty closely, and I wanted to show some similarity in terms of how the stock was trading, the NASDAQ compliance. So there are a few things. First of all, they're both biotech company. They're doing the screening and detection, very innovative products. Both the companies are running out of cash. They're cash heavy in terms of research. They both do not have FDA approvals at the moment. They both are speculative stocks. They were both trading under $1. They both needed the compliance from NASDAQ. So I found, for me, at least me personally, I thought that there is some similarities between both the companies, and which is why I was tracking both the stock closely. So this is the comparison chart in terms of how the stocks were trading for BNGO. The blue line right here is BNGO, and the red one is CHEK CHEK. Now, if you see right here that BNGO and both CHEK were trading below $1, they are both on the fence of running out of cash, and they both are not FDA compliant at the moment. So there is definitely a risk investing in both the stocks. But I believe in the companies, and I invested my own money. Do your own due diligence and before you buy or sell the stock. But keep in mind that CHEK, CHEK, is a few days behind in terms of the spike in the stock, in terms of getting the compliance for the NASDAQ to stay afloat and don't get delisted. And that happened to BNGO a few days earlier. So if you see right here, after they got the notice and they got about $1 at this point, BNGO got about $1 at this point, around 28th of December, and since then it started spiking up, and from $1 it went to $3 in a pretty positive direction. And right around 31st of December, there was some talks about having the interest from ARKG, who was interested in buying some stake in BNGO, so on and so forth, and the stock spiked up all the way here. It still does not have FDA compliance, and same happened to CHEK, CHEK. In last couple of trading days, the stock started going up. Momentum in terms of IDE from FDA for their IDE application. There are some positive news. People do think, analysts do think it's a good stock. It could be a great investment. They're likely to get FDA approval, but these are all speculation at the moment. But it kind of once again spiked up today, as it was up 20%. It was up 215% yesterday in yesterday's trading session, and it went up once again 20%. Now, there's not really a big spike like this right here that we have seen at least yet, but there might be some additional news coming in, more publication coming in, and they're on the verge of releasing some additional data, and when they'll be again getting some of the guidance from FDA. In today's trading session, if you see, the volume today for CHEK was 275 million compared to what they had yesterday when the stock spiked 215%. Yesterday's volume was 342 million. That spiked from 24 million. So once again, 24 million to 342 million when the stock was up 215%. It kind of settled in a little bit. It is not as high as it was yesterday. The stock is closed at $1.73. It's still positive when a lot of bio stocks were negative. I still have the position in CHEK. I hope you find this video helpful. Click the like button and subscribe to my channel for future videos. I wanted to quickly post this video to what I noticed and what I researched today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon.